Hey everybody. So we're already halfway up, so I'm out of breath, but let's get to it. So first of all, Runyon Canyon, beautiful, I know, but this is the podcast of the politics of the penis. Again, just insanity out there. So we've now learned that if you are a member of Congress and you go prey on a young girl or boy, you know, in the House or the Senate, that the person that's the victim, the person who is sexually harassed, has almost no rights. But it gets much worse. Let me, you know what, I'm going to walk through it. Let's take, let's put a visual, let's put a face to it. Now, this is alleged. I've got no idea if this pervert does that or not. He might not even be a pervert, for all I know. But let's take Kentucky. It is the incest capital of the country. A lot of naughty stuff goes on in Kentucky, as it does throughout the Bible Belt. I mean, most sexual deviants are quote-unquote Christians, or quote-unquote libertarians. So let's put a face to this drama in your head. Not that I'm saying he does it, okay? Be very clear on this. I don't know that RandPaul actually sexually harasses women, but he totally fits it. So we'll just put a face to it. So imagine RandPaul in his office. He's got all this pent-up sexual tension, can't pass anything, lives to hate, loves to take away people's rights, and he can't get anything passed in the House right now. He's desperately depressed. He's having a really bad day. And the hot chickie poo from the intern program, you know who I'm talking about. I mean, let's not put a name to it, but she's got the bleached blonde hair. It's her first job out of school, and she just wants to please, you know, and he's in a position of power. So RandPaul goes, Carla, you look so nice today. You know what? I know that you're trying to make your summer intern program something more permanent. You know, why don't you crawl under my desk and serve as daddy for a bit, and we'll see if we can't get you that permanent slot. Oh, never mind that you're an attorney already. Let's beyond that. This is a man's world. I'm your daddy, and get down and slurp on RandPaul's, you know, mini Republican tool, and I'll tool you up for a good power position. Now, guys, I'm not saying that RandPaul does this. Who knows? But we do know that there's a lot of sexual harassment inside the House and Senate. How do we know that? Because in the last few years, they paid out $15 million to cover up these harassments. Yeah? So let's explain how it works. So little Carla is traumatized. Obviously, her being an atheist, somebody smart and intelligent, not a typical Christian, she said no. She told RandPaul, allegedly, that she wasn't going to get down on her knees under his desk and blow him to get a place in Congress. She said no. But here's the deal. When you say no, you have these options, you know, because she's now a victim of sexual harassment. She did the right thing, and so she went to her supervisor. She goes, oh my God, you guys, you're not going to believe this. RandPaul pulled out his little mini Willie under the desk, wanted me to blow him so I could get a permanent position here in Congress. Are you fucking kidding me? She thinks she's got, like, these people are going to support her. Guess what she's told? Poor Carla. Don't even know if that's her name, but you've got the picture in your head, right? Everybody with me? Good. So Carla goes to her supervisor and says, I want to file an official complaint. And they say, cool, let's go for it. So they go, first of all, we're going to take you through a mediation, right? She says, oh, that sounds good. I'd like to confront my accuser. I mean, I'd like for the perp to confront his accuser, me. And they go, good, we're all on the same page. So let's all go to this room together. Oh, Carla, this behind you, this is the team of attorneys that the Congress puts up. She goes, so neat, thank you. She says, oh, no, honey, not for you. You're the victim. You don't get to bring anybody into the room. You are legally obligated to sign this piece of paper saying, I want to mediate, and the RandPaul, if he ever does something like this, would be able to bring a whole team of attorneys sitting at the mediation table. But you, the victim, you get nothing. You have to come in by yourself. So now I know it's overwhelming. You've got this team of attorneys looking at you. All men, by the way, pretty much. There might be some women too, but because, you know, they're traitors. Women hate women. Let's all remember that. So you walk in, there's the perp, the alleged sexual assaulter, harasser, whichever one, no matter how far it goes. The fact that there's $15 million that were paid out means it's probably a little more than just twirling in your cute little skirt. There's probably some true deviance there, because why would they pay $15 million to the quote-unquote victims if there wasn't something really tawdry going on? Back up. Not saying RandPaul does this. I'm just saying, if you look at the stereotype of what Kentuckians do, given all their incest and Bible Belt sexual perversions and that, he would fit the descriptor of the kind of man who would pull out his mini willy and ask dear Carla with the beautiful blonde hair to get on her knees and service him. So now we've got some exciting drama with the dogs. So now Carla's even more traumatized because she's sitting here, you know, in front of all these people. The person she's accusing of doing these deviant acts is sitting there with this team of attorneys. But, you know, she knows her story is sound because she's got lots of witnesses that say, oh yeah, it happened to me too. You know, hashtag me too, hashtag me too. I mean, everybody knows that Congress is one of the main places where sexual harassment happens. So she's still going, you know what, fuck it, I'm going to do it. They go, oh, didn't we tell you? In mediation, Carla, my dear young lady, you can't actually name who your harasser is. The man who sexually harassed you or sexually assaulted you or pulled out his penis when you walked into the room, you can't actually name him. I mean, I guess you could, but we can't mediate for you. So you got to sign a non-disclosure agreement. So, are you cool with that? She goes, no. Well, then you can't actually go any further unless you want to, you know, go out to the store steps of the Senate, the floor of the House, and name your victim. But I guarantee if you do that, it's very unlikely you're ever going to get hired here in Congress. Is that what you want? Oh, no. I don't want that at all. I want to work here. So, of course you do, darling. And you know what? I bet there's a lot of money here for you if you just sign this piece of paper, this NDA, non-disclosure agreement, to not name the sexual harasser. You'll get some money, and, you know, because he's a Christian, he won't get dragged through the mud. And you don't want his parents and his mom and, you know, and his wife to know about those deviant sexual acts that he tried to get you to commit, right? And you want to work. She's like, yeah, of course I do. So I'm going to sign. So she signs. Cool. So here's the big check. Off you go. So what do you mean? She goes, oh, well, I mean, you signed it, but that doesn't really stop him from doing it again. And I mean, he's now not going to be told who turned him in, and it's all on the hush hush. But here's some hush money. She goes, well, hush money is cool, but what are my rights? And she goes, they say, oh, honey, Carla, you signed those away. She goes, well, I do like my $200,000 check. That's pretty good. And since I didn't fall down on my knees and, you know, blue RandPaul, I guess $200,000 for being sexually harassed is kind of cool. They're like, good, well, everybody's happy. Except, do you guys know where this $15 million comes from? The $15 million that they pay off the sexual harassers actually comes from the taxpayers. So poor little Carla on her knees, you know, having to do whatever she does with the guy in Congress, that money that gets paid out to Carla, she does not actually get paid out by the assaulter, the sexual harasser. No, the taxpayers paid that money. So, wow. So what I'm hearing and what I understand is the guy that actually harasses these young women in Congress, when they are found guilty and get to mediate, they do not get named. It's an NDA, and the money that gets paid out to the poor girl that went through this trauma is paid by taxpayers. Yep. Welcome to the real world of DC politics. And like I said, I'm not saying that RandPaul did any of this. I'm just saying he fits the typical descriptor of what a person like that in Congress. What we do know is fact is that 15 million of your hard-earned tax dollars went to pay off these young women and men who brought these allegations to the House floor, and we cannot name them because that would be unchristian.